213 Tremont Drive, Newport Beach. We're going to go back to see the left side of this house. So I look older, but the house looks a little bit newer, and that's because in August of 2025 we had this replacement home put in for 213. You can see there's the address, 213 Tremont Drive, Newport Beach, California 92660. This is a mobile home identified by this California HCD Housing and Community Development sticker. And the purpose of this video is to provide an update concerning the last video that I did when I walked the house on August 7 of 2021, and that was concerning a threat to evict us for having a shed that was double long. But now we've corrected that, so we only have one shed on our house now, and it's within the rules of the Bayside Village Mobile Home Park. So you can see that this is the back side of the house here. Okay, I'm going to walk back around to the other side and explain the current problems that we have with respect to what's happening as of February 2026. Here's a picture on the video of this correspondence my wife Lisa Taylor received in mid to late January from the Bayside Village Management, and that includes the annual Bill of Rights, which was provided to us. I'll show it to you. It's 2 pages. Here's what I call the Bill of Rights. It's required by the California Mobile Home Residency Law, and the significant portion here is that it says management may not terminate or refuse to renew a homeowner's tenancy except for one or more of the authorized reasons set forth in 798.56. So we are in compliance with Civil Code 798.56, and therefore we have rights under the Bill of Rights to have our tenancy renewed. So that's what this video is about. And here's every 90 days before the annual rent increases, Bayside Village. Here's a Michael Gelfand letter concerning 213 Tremont, space 213. The rental pricing has going up to $1,420.20 plus base rent increase to total 2026 monthly rent of $1,456.34. So what's the problem? Well, on January 1st of 2027, the mobile home park management and owners, here's a Michael Gelfand going back all the way to November of 2016, lease committee from Terra Vista, Michael Gelfand representing them to discuss at a de facto homeowners lease committee things such as homeowners required for lease to become effective, rent structure after 2026, base rent, market rate adjustment, floor and ceiling assessment, review by HOA, assignment and subletting, insurance required, owner's concessions from 2016, mediation, arbitration, rent increase smoothing for BLC members, I think that means golden leases, and 30-year leaseholders. So that's some history from 2016. And then here's established rents. What is this? Well, apparently, Tremont, that as of 2016, Bayside Village Management of 2016, hoping that the established rents, I guess as compared to contract rents or golden lease rents, would be that price. Here's a letter dated May 8th, 2020 from Michael Gelfand, president of Bayside MHP LLC, wishing everyone good health and explaining that, what does he say? Pandemic. The lease was no longer viable or realistic in response. So that was May of 2020, where apparently long-term lease negotiations, here it is, I am hopeful that there is still the possibility that homeowners would have the opportunity to get a long-term lease with the security that that would provide on terms that are fair to homeowners and landlord. So it is also apparent that as of January 2016, that the Bayside Village Marina included beach. The small sandy beach area adjacent to the North Clubhouse is owned by the Bayside Village Marina LLC and is subject to a non-exclusive easement granting limited use rights to Bayside MHP LLC, and presumably appurtenant homeowners concerning the special land use restrictions that are also in effect. The reason I'm pointing this out in this video right now is that it's important to take a look at this June of 2024 Common Facilities Release Agreement. Now, what I do know is that concerning a rental agreement in a mobile home park governed by the California mobile home residency laws, that community standards cannot overwrite the contract, the rental agreement, the lease agreement for the golden lease holders and any other homeowners who have lease agreements with the Bayside Village Mobile Home Park. Nevertheless, if you have a microscope or a high-resolution camera, you might say, how does this relate to the easement for ingress and egress over use of the Bayside Village Mobile Home Park beach? Well, if you zoom in closely and carefully, you can see right here, dangerous if not used properly, including the beach. Well, okay, so it's the beach is referenced in this release agreement, and then here in major bold paragraph D, entering the common facilities is optional and not part of a core functionality or of landlord's or owner's duty to provide habitability of the premises. Okay. So I'm not sure about that, but I do know that you cannot do a quiet erasure. It's called, in law, we have a thing called quiet erasure, where you try and erase a property right or a contract right using a community standards addendum. So that's not enforceable, and it's very upsetting to me. So I made a demand for, under California Civil Code section 798.55, which provides Lisa Taylor and Jay Taylor the right to have their tenancy contract renewed. And then the Bayside Village Management sent this letter, which says that please consider this reply letter a complete denial of all of your allegations and a rejection of your stated demands. Okay, so that's important. Here's the Bayside Village Marina. It's also under the same management as Bayside Village and Terra Vista Management. So that would include the beach area. What I want to do now is talk about how this is an important contract and property right, meaning access to the beach. So let's see, where are we just for orientation? The same old guy, Jay, standing out in a newer looking 213 Tremont house. My doctor says I need to try and get in shape, lose weight, so I'll try that. So I have a friend who says that I should be able to do stand-up paddleboarding, which I have one here. This is on the left side of the house at 213. We're just going to check it out. Okay. Whoa. All right, here we go. I know I'm going to be right back, so I'll leave the gate open. So this is Tremont Drive. Let's see if we can go use our SUP by going through the beach at the Bayside Village Mobile Home Park. Oh, I forgot to time myself. Right now oh my goodness, this is a boring video. I'm 12 minutes and 53 seconds in. Let's see how long it takes me to get to the beach. With my stand-up paddleboard. Okay, here is, I better read this sign. Art After Dark. So this is, oh wow, look at that. Welcome home. Where is the Lisa Taylor home? 213 Tremont. It would be right about 213 Tremont Drive, right there. Okay, oh, the beach. Which way to the beach? There's the beach, that's where we're going. Okay, let's get there. Not too far. Let's go to let a car pass, and there's the North Clubhouses, which is where the beach is. Let's get there. Let's use the crosswalk. All right, here we go. With my stand-up paddleboard, I would say I have photographs of the Upper Newport Bay, which is extremely beautiful. In fact, when my father-in-law passed away on October 17th of 2020, we attempted to put up a little folding card table, have a dinner salad together with my wife and her nuclear family, Bill and Karen Wolotarski. Have 4 children. My wife Lisa is one of them. After he passed away, we wanted to have a little card table dinner on the Bayside Village Beach, which is where we're heading. And I'm not sure what street that is. Let's get to the beach. Okay. North Clubhouse. To the right side is the office. Someone looks like they might be having a get-together party. Still have my paddleboard, but I can't get to the beach. You know why? I'm not allowed to cross the beach with a stand-up paddleboard in the Bayside Village Mobile Home Park, and I think that's what's called a quiet erasure of a contract right and a property right. So look at how beautiful. If only I could get there with my stand-up paddleboard. Oh my. Oh my. No. 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 You cannot do that. Nope. Nope. Keep gate closed. I have access to the pool, but I'm not allowed to walk across the little beach to get the chance to stand up paddleboard. That's a big deal, folks, and it's a very valuable claim that I'm really sad about.